Hi, William Hououin here for a new Villagers and Heroes poll discussion video. Today the poll was all about ice wizards. Let's see what Cave is asking. All about ice wizards. Do you feel ice wizards are underpowered, overpowered, or just fine? What role do you envision an ice wizard to play in groups? Which ice spells do you feel are underpowered? Why and how would you alter them? Which ice talents do you feel are underpowered? Why and how would you alter them? Do you think that any ice spells or talents are overpowered? If so, which and why? Do you have any examples of ice spells and talents that work and feel just perfect? Let's see what the community thinks about that. So first we have Ruffles saying potato. If ice wizards are reworked, I'd like to see more interaction between spells. Maybe even between fire and ice. Akemi saying Fice. Ruffles continues. Like, if a target is frozen, a fire spell rapidly melts into steam and causes PB AoE damage, removing the frozen debuff. That sort of thing. Make the class more interesting, and add a better wizard hat for ice wizards for max meme potential. Okay, next we have Slacker saying, sorry, I'm a nature main now. Simply put, ice wizard underwhelm in every aspect. Their feats cooldown are way too long for a DPS role. Why not make Ice Javelin 2.5 second with like 40% cooldown rating plus? Make Hoarfrost 3 second cooldown, Glacial Spike 5 second cooldown, Pillar of Frost 30 second cooldown or 1 minute cooldown. Remove and replace any talents that support defense and convert to talents to help boost Ice DPS or damage overall. Let Ice have their own Mind Spark talent, or make Mind Spark Akran's ultimate in Frostfire talents so both subclass can take them. In short, I'm over with Ice Wizards and simply place them as no role in the game, unless you just like playing Ice Spec or for test purposes. Sorry, when I say Pillar of Frost I meant Bitter Chill, as it is name of the feat. Alright, yeah, so seems like I really don't like Ice Wizard anymore. I can play them much myself, so can't comment on that. Next we have Matt Fish, very brief this time. Do you feel Ice Wizards are underpowered, overpowered, or just fine? I don't have much experience playing the class myself, but I am good at looking at the numbers and listening to others who play the class. That said, Ice Wizard memes are overpowered. Devs, nerf please. And speaking of Ice Wizard meme, let's look at some of them. And by the way, there is 40 pages! Anyway, so Matt Fish continues with, what role do you envision an Ice Wizard to play in groups? I imagine that Ice Wizard would be the undisputed slowing master in the game, but that title goes to Hunter, both subclasses. I also imagine that Ice Wizards would be able to buff the defenses of their party through Ice Magic. They do that, kinda. I don't want to say it is weak, per se, since most classes actually benefit from it due to a low initial investment into armor and magic resist. But the classes that really needed it don't get any real benefit from it as it boosts the pool values. As much as people want to bash the 2-second Bitter Chill, it actually lasts 20 seconds, boosts mastery by up to 30%, 16.5% average boost over the 20 seconds, and lowers enemy attack speed by the same amount. It isn't a bad ability from a balance standpoint as much as it is a very forgettable ability from a what it feels like standpoint. The part where Ice Wizards really falls flat seems to be Mind Spark. For them it requires dedicating 20 points for this benefit alone, and it feels required to unlock the full DPS potential of the class, as it is with Fire Wizards as well, so both are weak, lol. Which ice spells do you feel are underpowered, why and how would you alter them? I don't believe the spells are the problem. In fact, I feel they are perfectly fine as is. It is the talents. They are almost entirely focused on defense, not offense. This makes Ice Wizards potentially better at solo content than most classes, but it makes them weak offensively in group content. And without a memorable tool to bring to a group content, Ice Wizards seems to just be meh in a group. As previously stated, Bitter Chill isn't as memorable. I feel this is primarily due to it having two effects, making each effect weak on their own, and those effects being spread out over such a long time that it is inconsistent. Compare the slowing effect to the 20-point marksman talent that gives them a scaling 20% perma slow, or the nature 5-point talent that gives a flat 45% movement perma slow. Then compare to the mastery effect to the Hunter 10% perma mastery boost from steady, or the trinket ability all classes have that gives 20% permanently if you spam enough. Which ice talents do you feel are underpowered, why and how would you alter them? Given Ice Wizards are exclusively a damage class, the fact that nearly all their talents focus on defense makes it very weak offensively. The defense boosts themselves are fine, but they don't need it. They already have slows, defense boosting spells, a heal, and 2 stuns, 1 single and 1 free AoE. Why do they have so many defense talents on top of that? Do you think any ice spells or talents are overpowered? If so, which and why? Honestly, compared to what other classes have, I don't see anything overpowered here, that is all. Do you have any examples of ice spells, talents that work and feel just perfect? Not really. Nothing about the class gives that "oh yeah" feel. It is pretty much a this seems fine class. And this is it for Matt Fish. Told you it was super duper short. Okay, next, Fergus saying, from my 4-month player perspective, an Ice Wizard should be crowd controlled with decent single target damage. My Ice Wizard is only 38, but was way easier to solo to there than my candy-ass Fire Wizard was, who always feels underpowered. I agree with that. I think that Ice Wizards should be crowd control with some decent damage. Now, Alia Light saying, one possibility if you make Ice Wizard high single target, and that highness can get it well positioned onto DPS chart, it will bring back people's interest in Ice. Right now, Ice just don't have as high as DPS. Hunter has good buffs, I think. DPS Ice can have good debuffs. That can be done with DPS at the same time. Also, for people prefer color white versus red, I think decent DPS will get people back to their preferred color. Also, DPS class don't have to be so different from each other. At the end of the day, we kill boss fast and we win. Debuffs could include significantly slowing of boss movement for a short time. This is different from stun and can help a fight if the tank is taking too much damage. It is intuitively related to the high steam, lol. You can also invent a slippery debuff where, upon casting, it causes boss to hit to miss. Oops, it slipped, lol. Yeah, that's great ideas. And now the last but not the least, Kaya Kitty Feather saying, underpowered at lower levels when soloing. They seem to be more of a support role in groups. I can't really answer any of the rest of the questions cause I struggle with doing anything at level, right around level 40. So he has just been a villager. Now that he is about 10 levels above the content I was struggling with, I may try it again. So thank you, Kaya. My Ice Wizard sits around level 40 as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. That was a bit of a shorter one because it was the conversation was kind of all over the place on the Discord. Lots of back and forth. But still, I hope you enjoyed it and it was entertaining. And yeah, thanks for watching and bye bye.